So I decided that I don't want the valve cover mint green. You know, it's kind of ricey, cheap, and you know, it's just really not the route that I want to go with this car. So I think I'm going to paint it something else. It's not going to be as like loud and in your face. So this is the new color for the valve cover, Hot Boy points, Hot Boy AF. It's pretty sick. It's gonna go really well. We also painted the engine bay. I think it turned out really well. Look at that quality. That is some Chris Rudnick Roadster engine bay. I made sure to tape things off so I didn't get overspray on everything. Not really any runs. I made sure to really take my time on this, and I really think that turned out good and that it was worth all the time I put into it. And that's going to look really good in here. Yeah, so I guess it's time to put the engine back in, or the new engine in. When I went to go take the engine mount off of the old engine, the guy didn't give me engine mounts, so that kind of sucks, and the studs came out when I loosened them on the old engine, so this engine mount is not going to be on for now. This one's fully bolted up, and then this one is missing that one, and then that one, but we have this bolt in. So it's pretty good. We just don't have this one. Tomorrow's Easter, so probably won't have a chance until Wednesday to get those, but we're just going to try to get it in, and you know, whatever. This valve cover's on because we don't want to mess up the new super sick valve cover. And still got to take the shifter linkage off of that one, put on this, but I think it's time that we're going to toss her in the new freshly painted engine bay, and it's going to be sick.
Purging the box.
Jesus Christ, I think my engine just blew.
Hey guys.
So we got the new engine in. The back mount is bolted up. That mount's bolted up. This one doesn't have these nuts, and this one is also missing 2 nuts, but I have these mounts in. I wasn't going to put them in, but then I decided to just put them in. All of the coolant hoses are all put back on. I think this is a coolant. No, this is not a coolant hose. This is, I don't know where that is, so I'm going to look for that. Still have to put the harness back in. This side, all I have to do is just put the shock coil spring dealio back in. Axle is back in, just got to bolt that up. Other side, after everything was like all bolted up again, and because actually we bolted the engine in but forgot to put the drive shaft in, so we did that, but then we forgot to like line that up with the hub, and I know you can't see, but like it's not gonna fit. I'm gonna have to, because I can't get the bottom part of the knuckle off of the lower control arm, I gotta get up here off so that I can like tilt it back to get the axle in. So I'll worry about that tomorrow. Fix the bumper. Yeah, I really just have to just put the harness back on, and there's some like grounds. Gotta put the distributor back in, gotta get the headers back on, fill it with fluid, and hopefully tomorrow we will get this thing started and I will have a daily again. So it's a week later and the engine is in. Everything is bolted up, all the mounts are bolted up, everything is, the whole harness is plugged in as far as I know. There's a couple plugs that don't go to anything, but that just might be stuff that this car didn't come with. All the coolant hoses are back on, the radiator's back in, the bay is painted, intake is kind of like that for now. I think we're gonna try to start it to actually, this side's all back together. It's just when I was trying to hammer out this for the ball joint, I kind of like smushed the threads, so I have to grind that a little bit to get the castle nut back on, then this side can get a wheel. I don't remember if I said or not, but we forgot to put the axle in there when we were dropping it, so I'm going to try to take this off and, you know, drop the knuckle to get the axle in, and this side can go back together, and shifter linkage still has to come off the old engine and in, and then I would start it, but I don't know if it's in gear or not. Headers not bolted up all the way down here. Got to do that, and yeah, just a quick little update. I think we're gonna fill it with fluids, and we're probably gonna try starting it. Okay, so everything's pretty much buttoned up. The only thing is we still can't seem to get the linkage off of the old transmission. It's some sort of pin that we don't really know how to do, so the shifter linkages aren't in, and we're gonna get ready to start it up. And there's, yeah, so that's the only thing. We were able to get the axle in on that side. All the suspension is good. Everything here is good. We just have to adjust the distributor if we need to, and then we have to finish bleeding the coolant. This is the first time we're ever gonna try to turn it over. So
I hope the engine just fucking blows up the second you crank it.
that's my fear.
That'd be badass.
What? Bad Rats.
Bad Rats
What?
is a good game.
Is everything good? Did we double check
should be.
everything?
I don't know.
Send it? Okay.
All right.
I didn't even adjust the seat.
Is that you cranking it?
Yeah.
Look.
Look at what
I know. There's nothing.
Oh, stop. The wheels are rolling. The boys like that kid. It's still rolling. Well, it's in neutral. It should be.
I can't believe that's string pipe.
That's just like our fingerprints and stuff.
Okay.
Looks like we're not leaking fuel anymore.
We're smoking.
Oh, that's right. We spilled oil all over it yesterday.
Sounds good.
They've never even heard it aside from when it had rod knock. Rip the 240. That means we can get two-step now.
We should rev it a little bit.
Let it cold start a little.
Gavin said he's on his way.
So we weren't able to take it for a test drive the other night because it was kind of late and dark and you wouldn't have been able to see anything, and I had to go to bed because I worked in the morning. But today hopefully we'll finish this thing up and I can start driving it again. Right now the problem that we're having is it's idling really low and it like stutters when you get on throttle a little. Coolant might not be bled all the way. We're probably gonna have to get like one of those funnels to do it. There's really no reason why it should be. We've like checked over everything a couple times. The only thing that isn't hooked up to anything is this, but that's just like crankcase pressure or whatever. So that's just a breather. And when I plug that, it doesn't change the idle or anything. Another thing that we did that I didn't show you was we boosted it. So we got the turbo from the 240 that I was going to put on and the intercooler, because I'm not going to need those anymore for what I'm doing with the 240. So keep an eye out for that next video, because we'll go over that. But can't really see because of the bad glare. But it's pretty good. Once we have a grill and stuff in there, it'll look a lot better. But like, I don't know, I'll give you a better look when we're outside. Still have to do something about the Civic bumper. Yeah, I don't really know what else I was gonna say, but we gotta move the 240, and then I think we're just gonna take it up and down my subdivision to see how it drives, because there's really no reason why it should be doing this. Maybe a vacuum leak, but I don't really see any vacuum lines, and everything is on, so I really don't know. Civic going. It's running pretty good. The reason why it was fucking up was because the center console thing wasn't letting me go into first. So then Jared left right before we took it out. So we caught up to him, but he got pulled over. Now we're at the park, and there was this this 4-cylinder Genesis at an intersection, so I dropped it in a second, ripped it past him, and he gave me a really stupid look. And the reason I did that was because, like, the first night I drove this car, I was just driving normal at night, and he drove past me to like get into the turn lane. He looked at me and shook his head, and he was following us because I ripped it. But jeez. Don't want to rip it too much. Don't want to get the heat. So we're gonna see what we can do real quick. Rip all these people fishing. Whoa! I've got to avoid that pothole. Rally. Okay, let's see if the e-brake works.
Oh god.
You're gonna fling shit at me.
It doesn't work.
Look at her face. Just look at her face.
Is that the intercooler?
What? Probably. You just see it in the
We're
back.
just frozen.
Oh my god. That intercooler has to be fucking getting around.
Oh shit!
Fuck.
Those were some big bumps. All right.
It's like the timer took care
We have to leave the park now.
We have to go somewhere else.
We gotta make sure that fucking intercooler ain't scraping now. That's loose.
Let's get out of here.
You ever just start in second gear? Someday we're gonna go on that road right there. Just a boy in his Honda. We're gonna make sure he gets a good look at our big turbo and intercooler. Oh my god. If only I had my glasses on. I'm gonna break his neck.
Here he comes.
He's fucking Snapchatting me. Oh my god, I'm on his Snapchat. So, as you guys saw, it rips. Everything's good. We just have to make the idle a little bit higher. But aside from that, everything's good. The only two things that we still need to do is fix the saggy bumper. So we're going to put some quick release bumper straps in there real quick. boosting was pretty fun. Haven't had a turboed car in a while. No heating or no overheating problems with the radiator. What are you whispering? Nothing. Where? Where should we? What's the fucking tire? Shut up, Robert.
You almost hit the tire.
Shout out to English grandparents.
Shut up.
For the soda.
Shut up.
This is a Pepsi man's house.
We're all just living here. We're all just sharing. We need another one. We're not even gonna put nuts on the back.
No, we should.
I think they'll be fine.
No.
This is about to look really good though.
Let's just
We need the straps.
bumper strap. Battery strap. Beautiful.
It's okay. That's not a good smell.
Do you mean like you farted more?
What? We forgot the Allen.
I hope this fucking bumper flies.
Okay, that
Fuego.
it actually looks so much better now, and I think that gold doesn't look that bad.
Oh, dude, that's on there.
Well, you can maintain on me.
Oops.
We should definitely.
I'm sorry that I called an axle a drive shaft, and I'm sorry that I talk really fast sometimes whenever I get excited or nervous or anxious. I'll try to get better about that. As far as the Honda goes, or the Civic, it hasn't had any problems aside from it died twice on me, and one of those times was just now. It's either battery or alternator. Hopefully it's not the alternator because I scrapped the engine today and they had the alternator on it. So I don't know. I also replaced grounds, like all of them that I thought were bad because we had a really frayed one. Focus. Yeah. So I replaced that, and I moved a ground that was not in the right spot that I put there because I didn't know where it was. So it's got to be either battery or alternator. I'm gonna get that checked next chance I get. But yeah, aside from that, no overheating or anything. My coolant gauge doesn't even go to halfway. Still needs a shifter really bad because I can't put the center console in. I don't think I said that in a video, and I know you can't see, but like you can't get it in the first because there's just so much play. And a subscriber did say that in the last video. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but I will be getting a shifter soon. I'm probably gonna order that today. And then the Civic is also getting two-step, and that's gonna be a lot of fun and a lot of good content. As far as the 240, that'll be next video, I think. Tire's kind of flat. What else? Last video of not having good quality, so really pumped for that. Last video filmed on my phone. So you can get to 1,000 subscribers using a phone, but yeah, I don't know. Sorry that this video is really all over the place. I've just been kind of in like a weird funk, I guess, these last couple months, just because this has been all over the place. I know you guys don't care to see me swap another D series, and a lot of people probably don't care about a Civic half temp. We're having like some crazy storm right now, and it's snowing and icing, and yeah, it's almost summer. But another thing I did today, I got the front windows untinted, got that off. It looks so much better now. still got to do this. I'm going to do that after this while this video is rendering and uploading. I cut the 90s off because they like turned and then hit like some AC or windshield wiper, whatever. I'm not too familiar with these cars, so I don't know what sits there, but I had to just cut that so then we can raise the intercooler up. And as you can see, it's a lot better because before it hung down too low. And to do that, we had to move the turbo back, which I guess looks a little better. It's a little more subtle. So if you want to see more Civic and 240 content, go down and subscribe. Drop a like if you enjoyed. And remember, bros, keep moving backwards.